with the Hawks.
Well, Coach Vitello, he's had 3 slam dunk champions.
Yes, he
Larry
had.
Nance, Spud Webb,
well,
and
wait a
Dominique.
second. He had 2. He will explain why he thinks he had a 3rd.
Well, because he takes credit for Larry Nance.
I mean, I coached 3 slam dunk champions.
Larry Nance won it before you were coach of the Cavaliers.
I still coached him. That's the idea. That there was.
All right, here's DeShaun Stevenson, the 19-year-old of the Utah Jazz, and he misfires.
See, that's the inexperience I was talking about, Marv. See, being a dunk contest person and aficionado, you really have to come out with the ball in your hands. You got to keep it in your hands for your first dunk because you want your first one to go down to get your confidence. That's a dunk he can make, but he doesn't have his confidence up yet. Stage right. Dr. J over here said it's the first time. So you should keep the ball in your hands the first time because none of these guys have been in the dunk contest before.
Well, DeShaun Stevenson won the McDonald's All-American Classic when he was in high school. I know it's
ain't no burgers here, baby.
But you got to come out. You got to just get warmed up, though. You
Ain't no burgers here, man. This is the real deal.
All right, let's see if Stromile Swift will have learned from what he has seen from some of the other competitors.
Somebody like to ask me who I am picking to win this?
You're picking the Stroh show, I'm assuming.
I am picking the Stroh show.
Is this after you saw other guys having problems in making the selection now?
I'm picking him because Shaquille O'Neal said that he's going to win it.
Here is Swift. Oh! Yes.
Better put some stickum on the hands.
I think that's a do-over. I think it's a do-over. The ball was wet. That was a wet ball.
That's a replacement dunk.
Yeah, they're saying it was not a true attempt. And now he puts it down.
That's what I'm talking about, Kenny.
Hey, you know what? I think he's going to, right now, he's the clear favorite. Even though I might not give him the greatest score, but he's going to be the favorite.
Stromile Swift, first-round pick of the Grizzlies, second selection overall in the draft. Following 2 years at LSU, not getting the playing time with Vancouver, just 21 years old.
Kenny, don't penalize Stromile because maybe I didn't give you as many minutes as you wanted back in Atlanta now, just because I picked him. Don't penalize his score.
The only reason I penalized him, I didn't give him the 10 because he didn't really put enough funk in it when he turned around. He just did the basic 360 that we've seen over years and years to come.
But his head was about 3 inches from the rim.
All right, Stromile Swift with a 45, receiving 9 across the board. Let's go to Craig.
Well, you got a 45 after that first time when the ball slipped out. You got to be pretty happy.
Yeah, I'm just happy to get the bugs out. I'm just gonna go in and try to have fun and just bring out a little more stuff on my next dunk.
Well, that's what Kenny Smith says. You guys got to act like you have fun. You got to play to the crowd. You got to warm up. You got to do a couple laps, get in the flow of things.
Yeah, I got a little butterflies in my stomach, kind of nervous, but that first dunk kind of got him out, so I try to come back with something else.
All right, let's go back tomorrow.
All right, Craig, Corey Maggette with a 46 leading the way, followed by Baron Davis and Stromile Swift. 2 more dunks to come on round 1. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the slam dunk competition. It hasn't been a lot of dunks. Doc, what's the problem out there?
Well, Cheryl, you're witnessing a classic case of stage fright on behalf of a lot of young athletes. And, you know, it's something that happens in other mediums, but you don't expect it in basketball, because basketball is basically a team sport. So if you're a little nervous, you know, your teammates can bring you out of that. These guys don't have any teammates now. They just have the floor and the rim and that ball.
All right. So David, Doc is saying that the guys seem to be a little nervous. What would be your advice?
Well, calm down and do some dunks that you can make. Pretty much. The guys can really jump, but they're just missing the dunks. So hopefully in the next round they'll be okay.
You guys haven't been working too hard. All right, let's go back to you, Marv.
All right, thank you, Cheryl. Very young field. No one older than 24. No one has more than 2 years experience. The veterans here are Baron Davis and Corey Maggette. And I guess Jonathan Bender, although he does not play very frequently for the Indiana Pacers. Baron Davis with his second dunk attempt on this opening round.
No knee brace for Baron Davis.
Well, Baron doesn't have to put up a great score here, Kenny, because he's in. Only 3 guys have a good score, but
That's the inexperience. If you don't need a great score, keep the ball in your hands, get to the next level.
Let's check in with Craig Sager.
Well, I'm with a two-time NBA slam dunk champion, not just any two-time NBA slam dunk champion, Michael Jordan. First of all, tell us about the competition here. Kenny Smith thinks he should be playing more to the crowd.
Well, you probably should be, but I mean, it's hard. You know, the fans had the opportunity to see Vince Carter last year, and you know, he's not in it this year, as well as Kobe's not in it. So I mean, quite naturally, it's going to take a lot for them to get excited. I promise you.
You always performed under pressure, but in the slam dunk contest, 85, 88, of course, you had the big one with Dominique Wilkins. 3 times you had perfect scores. What did you try to do?
I didn't know. The one thing that about this whole this competition, you just try to create, and whatever your mind comes up with, that's what you try to do. It's hard to practice and try to do something before. You just got to come out and let it happen.
Let's go back to Marv for a second, Marv.
All right, Craig. Michael wearing the sweatshirt. Is he looking to take the court?
Well, you notice what he did. The first thing Michael did is he snuck in his Carolina alumnus. Got Vince Carter's name out there. He knew that was coming.
I know he didn't mention Kenny Smith's dunks.
No, but Craig Sager said he told him exactly what I said and relayed a message for me. So it's all connected. It's all connected.
Well, Jonathan better pull out one of his better dunks right here.
Jonathan might be sitting over here with us if he doesn't come here and do something spectacular.
Jonathan Bender of the Indiana Pacers, who recently celebrated his 20th birthday out of Picayune, Mississippi.
Kenny, you think he just changed his mind? He was going to do one thing and now just decided to go to something else?
I can't understand how you can have all that time and then you change your mind when you're on the court. You should know your second dunk by now. That's the inexperience. They got to come with it.
I think he's going with the Dr. J jump from the free throw line, except he's going to go from behind with his left hand.
All right, here's Bender on the run. As you called it, Dan, puts it down with the left hand.
See exactly where he took off now on that.
Just inside the free throw line. He was going to try to take off from behind it. He was going to put some tape up, but just barely. That's a pretty impressive dunk up with his left hand.
Pretty impressive. He didn't dribble the basketball. This is basketball. I'm not giving any violations. You violate you didn't double dribble. You double dribble. You walk. I'm calling it in here. I'm taking points off.
You can't change the rules.
I'm calling it. That's a double. That's a walk. That's a walking violation.
And down through the years, there have been a number of outstanding stunts straight down the lane. 1976, the Dr. Julius Erving. And here's Michael in 1988. Remember Brent Barry? He was the slam dunk champion in 1996.
And everyone had their foot on that free throw line. They all were like about 6 inches over the free throw line.
I would have all gave them all a 9 if they were here, too. I wouldn't have gave them a 10.
Everybody else gave him 10s the first time around, but now it's kind of old. You got to come up with something different. But he did it with his left hand also.
Corey Maggette of the Los Angeles Clippers, registering a 46 on his first attempt. Windmill effect by Maggette.
Playing it conservative that time, going for the sure thing, putting it down.
I'm not mad at him right now because it's the first round. He had a good score. Hey, keep it simple.
Man, balls is horrible. Balls is horrible, dog.
There you go. Ball slipped out my hand, man. Why don't we just use our own ball?
Those are pretty simple looking dunks, but those are hard.
Yeah, but those are game dunks. These are dunks that we've seen these guys do in a game. In a dunk contest, there's nobody on the court but you. So you should be able to do something that we have not seen you do before.
I look at the standings, and I remind you that one overall score, a composite of the two top scores, with the lowest score excluded, will be awarded in round 1. Each player will attempt 3 dunks. This is the second dunk in the first round. And here's Desmond Mason of the Sonics. First round pick of Seattle. Began the season